Now, at the top of your session today, I saw posters saying that Samsung is a media company, which most people buy. But then in my delegate bag, there was a little flyer, and it says Dunkin Donuts is a media company. Now, at the risk of being puntastic, people might find that hard to swallow. But tell us, what did you mean by that? Why is a fast food giant a media company?
Well, I think we talked today about a redefinition of media. So looking at media being anywhere that ideas and people actually meet. And I think once you start actually looking at widening that up, anyone has the potential to be a media company. And Thomas showed his case that he did in Dunkin Donuts. And in that particular case, Dunkin Donuts was operating as a media company in terms of actually getting part of someone's routine.
No, I won't make the whole thing about Dunkin Donuts, but this was an app where it woke you up and then you had a certain number of hours to get to your Dunkin Donuts store before your app blew up, not literally, and then you got vouchers off and you got your donuts and your coffee and what have you. It kind of feels like a sort of a reverse fitness app. Unless you run to the store. How could you extend it? Because it seems it's all about, a lot of your apps that you demonstrated today at the festival were injecting fun into the kind of the purchase process.
Well, I think as Daniele mentioned in part of the setup for LifeShare, the framework, meet, play, and share. So I think what you're recognizing and hitting on there is the play element, really engaging people, but not just engaging them, trying to provide something that is sort of enriching and enhancing in their life. It is that evolution. We've gone from media taking time away from people to brands asking people to spend time with them sort of on their own channels, and hopefully now we're moving into a place where we're creating ideas that are so fun and engaging that people are compelled to allow us to share their lives with them, and we're creating things that are useful enough that it's not just about earning their attention or grabbing their attention, but finding a place to enhance and enrich their life.
For us, when we're looking at redefining media, all it is about is not constraining ourselves with what has been traditionally seen as media, and actually opening up new opportunities. And I think once you start opening up that definition as anywhere that people and ideas meet, I think creatively it becomes far richer, and hopefully we showed that in the work that we actually showed.
Yeah, and another eye-catching initiative was the running, I forget the running shoe. Forget which brand.
Mizuno,
and you gave those away to kind of opinion formers and bloggers,
right.
and clearly joggers, and in a sense that kind of struck me as, in one sense, it was kind of old-fashioned ad-funded programming almost, in a sense, but it wasn't a TV program. It was a pair of shoes, and you put almost your entire budget into giving away free shoes, and just let the people publicize it for themselves.
I think the days of we stick to the traditional media has already gone.
It's really new, interesting, and modern. In some ways it's completely old-fashioned. Several years ago we would have done 4 or 5 print ads and maybe some display ads online, and then that would have been the entirety of the Mizuno running campaign, and we just would have put it out and hoped people liked the print ads. This was a much more compelling way to engage our audience and to play with them. And we did encourage them to share, and they were compelled to share. Was there a potential backlash because people were aware they got them for free? So if you start recommending them, people say, well, that's not a genuine recommendation. You just got those for free. But clearly that didn't happen. No, we didn't put any parameters on what they could say about the experience. So it was risky in that sense, in that they could have gone out and said these shoes suck. To my knowledge, that never happened. Most people were really excited to try it, and gave Mizuno and gave the brand a lot of credit for thinking this way. It's interesting, just for trying a new approach, we got a lot of credit, and just people talking about, interesting, we sent those direct mail pieces. People kind of freaked out about that. No one's used to getting actually hard copies of anything in the real mail anymore. So we had to call them and ask for their mailing address. So before we sent out a single pair of shoes, people were already tweeting and going on Facebook saying, Mizuno called and asked for my mailing address. What's happening? Mm-hmm. So it just started a kind of a buzz from the get-go. And then, as I said during the presentation, the fact that we allowed those initial 600 people to give away another pair of shoes from them to someone in their running circle, that was what they actually truly found more rewarding than the free pair of shoes themselves. And it's just interesting when you give people a chance to be the hero and to give stuff away on their own.
Okay, well, you put LifeShare up on the screen with the hashtag, so we'll see later if it gets trending.
Yes.
But guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.